Morning, New Universe fans. Did anybody else experience a New Universe this morning like I did? So, woke up, something's different. Something is different, right? Go downstairs, open the door, garden, just there's nothing in the sky apart from clouds, birds, no entanglement, no quantum entanglement, no string theories, no tardigrades, no gravitational wave colliding against light waves. It was just a sky. That is the universe that we are creating, right? Those other people with that, all the theories and stuff like that there is absolutely zero evidence for, they can come over, leave that stuff outside, but label it as a hobby, okay? Don't talk about it or promote it in the new universe, because we don't do absurdities that there are no evidence for, not in the new universe. So I've been thinking about this, right? The reason for the new universe is because my children live on this planet, right? And for anyone to think that I don't have a say in what happens on the planet where my children are growing up on, needs to think again, okay? No, we'll go back to that one. This got a couple of things to work through, but two main things, right? To enter, to come to this universe, right, there's going to be some minimum common sense requirements, right? So just by saying, hey, I like this universe, there's common sense involved straight away, right? Right, and we're going to show two things. And then I'm going to go and have a coffee. What was that? So it's not a gravitational wave, is it? It's Maggie. Oh, God. Right. What do you mean he's created a universe? Yeah, universe. Alright? Now, planet Earth. Now, this is a straight up common sense, straight up to the top, okay? The two basic requirements is one, to understand that this planet, right, has a molten core, okay? Hot. It's got a chop, right? And at a certain distance away, I don't know if it's 150 million kilometers, and quite frankly, I don't care, right? But the sun, with its absolute light, because nobody can prove otherwise, and 299,792 kilometers per second is an absurdity, okay? So you can keep that one as well, Mr. Quantum people, all right? You keep that stuff well away over there. So, number one, we understand that we're on a planet with a molten core. We're in orbit around the sun, and this sun radiates a lot of heat all of the time, okay? So I know some, they think it's got this, gonna install a switch where you can do stuff and change the temperature and the tempo of the music. We understand that cannot happen in the new universe, okay? Understanding this, we also understand, when you look at this picture, that to start to dig around in parts per million of anything, right, to explain the tiniest blip of temperature, it defies common sense, okay? So that's going to the top, if that can get relayed on, please, okay? And the second minimum requirement is to understand that It's about the children, right? Do you remember a time? There's a reason for this, right? What are the best memories that everyone has? When you're children, right? So understanding that and having that thing in common that you too were once a child, why would you want to use that child for your benefit and destroy their childhoods? Why does that happen, right? Because everyone's got lost, right? And somebody needs help. Who's banging the switches? Whose idea is all this, right? So those are the two minimum requirements for now. To understand that man-made climate change is as logical as trying to unravel strings in a string theory while you're riding a gravitational wave, that kind of thing. For the hobby world, okay? We want a universe that makes sense, that's fair, right? And to start with, common sense. One, we understand that there are going to be natural disasters, that the climate is going to change, but we're not going to destroy everybody's livelihood and start digging around at the molecular level when we know this is at large. And the other one, the children, right? Again, to the top, common sense. You don't keep feeding the children into a system that's broken and expect the system to fix itself. No. You teach the children the lessons that the men from today should have learned back then, which will change the system. You keep feeding the same. It's just ridiculous, right? And it defies common sense, which, I'm sorry, it does. Common sense needs to start from the top. If you want to change a bad system, you change it from the roots. You don't keep feeding stuff into it, and expecting it to change. All it will do is feed. It's common sense. Domestic violence, it's a shocker. What are we doing? Feeding them when they're 20. Let's talk to them and no. The children, right? You don't feed the children into the system unawares. You give them the lessons. Let them grow with the lessons. And they change the system, right? It isn't your system to change. You had your chance and it's really missing something. So you allow the children to grow up, right? You teach them to believe in themselves, because teaching them to believe in anything other than themselves, it's going to backfire. So why would you do it? Why would you teach children to believe in anything other than themselves? Would you have liked it when you were a child? If somebody taught you to believe in, look, let's not even go there, right? It's common sense, right? You teach them the lessons they need. Of course, it's going to be gambling and drugs and prostitution, all the good stuff. You make them aware of it, okay? That is what life is. You don't keep them wrapped in cotton wool for 18 years and then go, huh, because within a week they're screwed because they're not prepared for it. So you teach the children about the system, right? Because it's going to be a certain, not a lot can be done about certain systems. It's just the way it is. It's human nature. There's hustlers and this, and we all like a bit of the action. But you warn the children about the gambling, about the alcohol, about, no, you don't hit your girlfriend. Girls, you don't hit your boyfriends, okay? It's common sense. It needs to be said. Obviously it needs to be said, because from where I'm standing, it's like everybody's walking around bumping into things, all right? I'm not going to leave my kids on this mess, right? It's not any one person's planet, right? It doesn't belong to anyone. It's ours, right? Get that into your thick skulls at the top, right? Everybody owns countries. Who owns the planet? Where did you purchase these deeds to own countries? I mean, otherwise, is it not like you just kind of took it? Was it even up for sale? Right? These are the things. It's one planet. You should be living on it in harmony, right? Not promoting chaos and killing each other and shooting each other. Common sense. Turn it around. From where I'm stood, right? And I'm sure a lot of people think the same, but I've got a logical mind. This has been going through my head for years, right? I think this led to this right now. Sort it out. Because right now, it's going around in circles and it's only benefiting the people at the top, all right? So, and we'll get to that a little bit later on in the day. Calm down. So I started off with a great quantum-free entanglement atmosphere, and this is what happens to me because I get revved up because I see what's wrong with this place. God, and it's common sense. A lot of it's common sense. Things need to be done, right? There's people in charge of things, right? You get a list of things to do. This is going to benefit the community, the children, the this. Yeah, we'll get around to that in March 2027. No, you won't. If something needs to be addressed, you address it, which is why you get paid the dollars, isn't it? Well, I mean, is everyone else blind? Or it doesn't need saying. Who's this guy? I live on this planet. Who are you? You govern me. I'm not liking it, all right? And my children are not going to like it. So why don't you turn it around? Can't create a universe? Watch. I'll be back later with some more tips of common sense.